WEF claims conspiracy theorists who question experts are more dangerous than terrorists. Does this ring a bell to y'all? Now, I know some of y'all people out here that's on the so-called watch list, y'all might not consider yourself a conspiracy theorist because most of y'all people are just Christians waiting on Jesus to come and save you. But for those that are, like I said, I don't consider myself, I'm not a theorist, but I am somebody that deals with the conspiracies. So, if you have an eye to see and an ear to hear, then you can be placed on this list. But as far as I'm concerned, they're not just placing conspiracy so-called theorists on the list. They're placing pretty much anybody that they feel as though they want to experiment on. Sometimes I often think, is it like, pulling a piece of paper out of a hat? So you got to understand sometimes, we're dealing with real, extremely rich people. And it's just a game to them, And once you understand that, because I hear some of y'all comments and some of y'all people that claim to be targets, I even watch your videos too. And it just lets me know, like, man, well, this person right here, definitely not a conspiracy theorist. They sound like they barely even know their ABCs. So why are you on the target list? Why are they gang stalking you? So I pretty much come to the conclusion that some of y'all are just guinea pigs, and they just want to test out their new weapons on you. But then you have a certain group, such as myself, that they're literally trying to eradicate. And we're talking like heavy-duty weapons and stuff like that, because when you operate with heavy-duty weapons, you can assassinate a person without basically leaving a trace. If somebody would suffer from organ failure or heart attacks and stuff like that, diseases, cancers, because that's what the dual weapons can do. The dual weapons can target a person from the inside out and allow diseases to appear when that individual, aka conspiracy guy, wasn't even sick. He might have been a healthy individual, whether male or female. Because some of y'all that's out there being gang stalked, I question, why are you being gang stalked? Because some of y'all are blue-pilled in the mug. But like I said, the beast has their own claims and their own reasons of why they do what they do. It's pretty much like if somebody just go to a gun store and buy a brand new AK-47. You might want to go and test that out at the range. You might just want to just go ahead and just bust a cap. Why? Because you got it and it's brand new and you can't wait to test it out. Another example, if you've been training in the gym, boxing or MMA or whatever, if you've been doing that for about a year or two, eventually you're going to want to test your skills. You're going to want to get in the ring and see what you got. If you can't get in the ring, you might end up getting in a fight on the streets or a bar fight or whatever, just to test it, just to see what you got, just to show off. So you got to look at it like that when it comes to these rich people. These rich people got technology and they got scientists working with them, and all day they're in the laboratory creating stuff, creating weapons of mass destruction. Got to be careful what I say. But anyway, so if they got all these weapons, it ain't no fun if they're just sitting there. You think Bruce Lee learned all those skills just to put it in a box. No, he couldn't wait to walk to the corner store and somebody to mess with him. So he could tear their behinds up. So it's the same with the beast. The beast can't wait to just test out these weapons on the population. So, is it a bloodline thing? Of course it is. And it's just not a bloodline thing, but it's also, let me just test out these weapons. So maybe they do just put their hand in the hat and pull out a name, and Bob Smith is the next target. Poor Bob Smith. It was all good just a week ago, Bob. Now your life is ruined. So, tell me what you think. Why are you and how did you end up on the blacklist, on the conspiracy list, on the more than dangerous than terrorist list? You got to be dangerous. You got to be more than a terrorist for them to put you on a list like this anyway, to have your next door neighbor spying on you. I just went outside. It's snowing out here, it stopped now. So I said, let me go out here. It's dark outside now. We're on the East Coast, Eastern time. I said, let me go clean the snow off my car. I was just waiting to see. I was waiting to anticipate to see how many bots was going to appear. And of course, they started riding up and down the street. But my neighbor, a couple houses down, she's an African lady. She comes outside with like this red dress on. She had like, I guess she got pants underneath and snow boots on. So she comes outside, and I said, okay. She's getting closer and she's getting closer. I already knew what it was hitting for. She looks me in my eyes. She speaks. I didn't say nothing at first. Then she spoke again. I was like, hey, how you doing? Because I'm a cool guy. You know what I'm saying? I don't hate people. I'm a very sociable young man. But I know that the interaction was fake. I know that they sent her to come and speak. It's not like she just decided that, hey, let me just go speak to this young man. She had to wait till she get the okay from her boss, her handler. Whoever that's, pulling the strings behind closed doors. So as she comes and she brushes the snow off her car, I'm done now. I'm leaving. I'm just sitting out, just enjoying some of the, nice, cool breeze that's out there. It feels good sometimes to be outside at night and it's quiet and the snow is on the ground. I'm looking at the sky, just chilling, just reminiscing to myself. Then out of nowhere, all I hear is just big, loud cough. Sound like, almost like a dog. You know what I'm saying? So my thing is this, it's just, they send these people to come and they act like they're cool, I guess just to like try to gain your trust or whatever. And then eventually they got to show you who they really are. Either they're going to just, rub their nose or whatever tactics just y'all see. Whether it's color coding, coughing, scratching of the head, whatever. They eventually have to show you who they are. And some of y'all, if that's not knowledgeable about the program, you might be saying, well, what are you talking about? Scratching their hair and scratching your nose or coughing. Those are normal things that human beings do. True, that is true. But let me ask you a question. What would you do if all of a sudden you woke up, and when you woke up that very moment, like on Groundhog Day, everything was the same? And when I say everything, I mean absolutely everything. They sending thousands of people around you. Everybody's doing the same thing. For example, let's just say you wake up and everybody got red on. And you're not even from LA. There's no Bloods and Crips in your neighborhood. In fact, let's just say you were in Nebraska somewhere. I never heard of gang banging in Nebraska. I could be wrong. But I'm just saying, let's just say hypothetically, you in Nebraska, and all of a sudden everybody got red on. And everybody outside doing the same thing. And no matter where you go, people are synchronizing with you at the stores, at the gas stations, at the church, at the mosque, at the grocery store, wherever you go. Wherever you go, you seeing red. You seeing people with red. And not only people, but sometimes you might even see a dog with a red shirt on. I cannot make this up, people. This is actual facts. I have over 2,000 videos. You can go check them out yourself. I'm just saying, y'all, there's a conspiracy definitely going on. But a lot of people don't seem to know or even care about it. How did you get on the terrorist list? I don't know. You got to find that out for yourself. But the only thing I could tell you is that since you're on the dang on list, you might as well just tune in to gain stock assimilation. You know what I'm saying? And educate yourself. Start reading some books. Start gaining some knowledge of self. Because if you don't, this program will absolutely drive you insane. And with that being said, holla back. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Donate if you got more money than me. Holla back, player.